So everyone here is probably familiar with the game Russian roulette, right? Have you ever played it?
No.
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 Why not? You wouldn't play it?
No.
No? Kind of dangerous?
Sure.
More than kind
You
of.
might die or
Mhm.
something? Okay. Well, what if I told you that every time you got in your car and went for a ride, you're actually probably playing Russian roulette? Because there's about 1 million people driving on the road distracted with their cell phones. And I'm going to kind of go into what kind of distraction they might be having, I guess. So that's everybody. Pictures of everybody who's playing Russian
That's
roulette.
me. Oh my goodness.
I look good in that picture too.
I know, I can make sure. So, okay. First of all, any form of cell phone use is really a distraction and it's life-threatening because, number one, texting, you're 8 times more likely to cause an accident because you're manually impaired, meaning that you're using your hands to text and you're not paying attention to driving. You're visually impaired because you're constantly looking back and forth between the road ahead of you and your cell phone. And then you're cognitively impaired because your mind can only focus on one task at a time. Even just chatting on the phone, like maybe somebody calls you and you say, okay, answer, and you're just on it talking, that's distracting and you're 4 times as likely to cause an accident because, according to these MRI images, your brain is actually reduced 37%, the same area that's used for driving. And let's see. Also, getting caught up in an emotional, heightened conversation, whether you're texting or just talking, can be distracting as well. So, if we look at this clip right here. Wrong clip. He's just texting and walking.
So good to me. Ooh, you walking on the road. That's why I want to walk you home.
Pay attention or pay the price. From DOE, supported by AXA Insurance.
Okay, so he was just walking and texting and he was distracted. But imagine if you were driving a car and you were distracted. So, because driving is one of the most cognitively complex activities, even for advanced drivers who think they can multitask, because we have to concentrate and observe and process information quickly while we're driving, like there are many types of information that we're getting into our brain. We've got people driving beside us, we've got stoplights, so we're really distracted and we have to process all that information at once and focus on the road. We also have to accurately estimate speed and distance quickly, and driving really requires 100% of your attention, not just 89, 99% of your attention, because our brain doesn't really multitask like we like to think. So our attention is literally divided in between activities, whether you realize it or not. The brain can't process separate streams of information efficiently because it's actually hardwired to prioritize attention to words that are spoken opposed to visual information. So even losing half a second is actually going to determine life or death. So if you look at this clip, it's just a dog.
Sorry. She wants in.
Good old internet.
Good information.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know if I can watch this clip.
It makes me sad. Where's my volume? No. Well, basically, she's talking to her husband, and they're having a real quick conversation about the kids going to bed, and he's coming home, and yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, he just runs into something, and, I mean, he's dead. And basically, it's saying that not only do people driving while they're talking on the phone cause accidents, but we also enable each other in causing accidents, which is probably why most of you haven't really heard from me a lot lately, because I've been studying about this. So I've chosen not to do that anymore. So obviously, cell phone use while driving is a public safety issue. 28%, about 1.6 million accidents a year can be attributed to cell phone use, so that involves texting and just talking on the phone. About 500,000 of those involved suffer from minor to major injuries, and 6,000, including young children, teens, and adults, die every year from accidents involving texting, just talking on the phone. A study done by Safe Kids USA proved that drivers in school zones are often distracted. So for those of you that have children or know children that you love dearly, they're at risk too. While some may be worse than others, about 1 in 6 drivers behave like drunk drivers. And because their ability to maintain lane, their reaction time, and their attention to speed is affected. So, take a look at this clip. You'll see why maybe you shouldn't know.
If you hit me at 40 miles an hour, there's around an 80% chance I'll die.
We're making adjustments.
Hit me at that.
Well, basically, hit her at 30 miles per hour, there's an 80% chance that she'll live.
There's around an 80% chance I'll live.
So just a 10-mile difference. And so 40 miles per hour, there's an 80% chance that a child will die. And at 30, there's an 80% chance a child will live. Either way, it really isn't that great, but it kind of explains to you paying attention to your speed is really important. And when you're on the phone, you can't really do that all that well. Ew. So the only way to solve this problem is to basically, well, for one, the government's already started. In 9 states, texting has been banned altogether, and in 30 states, they have started regulating cell phone use. So like adults, they can use the phone, but teenagers can't, which really isn't all that great, but it's better. But we really actually need to all work together at a grassroots level and encourage each other not to talk on the phone, and if somebody calls you while they're on the phone, be a friend and end the conversation. So, I guess now that you all know and understand how cell phone use combined with the complexity of driving is a public safety issue and causes danger to you and those on the road, then I hope that next time somebody asks you why you didn't answer their text or call them back, that you'll let them know why. That's it.
Bravo!